Good morning. How are you? It's Doretta Gaston. Welcome. Hope you're having a good morning. Hope you had a restful night. I'm Doretta Gaston. I am a registered nurse and a health and wellness coach, and I coach women living with chronic diagnoses. And I come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I read from something that has inspired me, hoping that it will inspire you too. And then I talk. Today, all of last week and this week, I'm talking about heart health. So today, I'm going to be talking about the benefits of turmeric. And this is spice, been used in India for thousands of years. But first, I'm going to read from the daily word. Today, the word is awakening. I acknowledge, I acknowledge and respect the divine in all things. Viewing my surroundings, I ask myself, am I fully aware of the wonders that surround me? I may have fallen asleep to the truth. All things are possible in the light of God. When I allow the dreamer within me to awaken, everything changes. Life becomes vibrant, a joyous journey where even small things take a greater meaning. When I look at another person, I see the unique expression of the divine they have come here to be. I feel the connection between every being that's called to this planet. I realize every I realize everything in the world of the senses is a divine idea in expression. Awakened to the truth. I see divine light radiating around me, through me, and as me. I acknowledge and respect the divine in all things. And the scripture reading is, for everything that becomes visible is light. Ephesians 5:4. I see the divine radiating in me, through me, and as me. We'll put that today. So, divine and everything. One of the things what I'm going to talk about today is turmeric. I've been talking about heart health and giving recipes and suggestions on how to stay heart healthy. And turmeric is a spice that, like I said, have been used in India. Hi, Devet. How are you? Thank you for joining me. It has been used in India for thousands of years. And I wanted to tell you the benefits. There's many of them. And I make this paste that I in the description, I put the recipe for the turmeric paste. I started using it, I was using it in my foods for a while. But then my husband started having a knee issue where he was limping and he went to the orthopedic doctor and they had to take water off his knee a couple of times. I was like, no, we're not doing this too much more. And so I started making this paste for him and not just using it in my food, but he makes drinks and tea. And you can make something called golden milk at night. I'll tell you all of that. But these are the areas that you can benefit from turmeric. It helps in diabetes, it lowers blood sugar, it helps with cancer. Studies have shown that it could um, stop the progression of cancer and some forms of cancer. You have to look it up because it's several different ones. I think it's colon cancer, certain forms of breast cancer. So go into that more in depth on the internet because I want you to see all the different types of cancer that it could help. It lowers cholesterol, and I spoke last week on about heart disease and heart health and controlling your cholesterol. And this is one way you can use it. You can help. It prevents Alzheimer's, and Alzheimer's it helps because one thing is an anti-inflammatory, and with Alzheimer's, it's theorized or studies show that it is inflammation. They're really saying that it's stage 3 diabetes. A lot of literature are not putting it out like that, but if you really search the internet, Alzheimer's is really stage 3 diabetes, and it's a changing of your brain and how your memory, and it's inflammation there. So turmeric could help with that. So far, diabetes is cancer. It's will lower your cholesterol, prevents Alzheimer's. It helps with psoriasis on the skin. It helps with depression. That I know because I've when I first started using it, I used it to stabilize my mood. And how it does that, it balances the serotonin and dopamine levels in our brain. So read about that more, the studies on that as well. GI issues, like if you have irritable bowel syndrome, if you go to the bathroom too much after you eat, that could help. And arthritis, that is where it helped my husband. My husband was limping, I tell you. I was like, no, we can't have this. We're too young for this. And so I started it, and he was kind of skeptical, some green stuff, just messing up the plates because it'll stain your plates. You know, whatever you use, you gotta wash it really fast. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. Good morning. It will stain your whatever gets on, it'll stain your clothes. So be careful. Your stuff in your kitchen, your clothes, and it falls on that. So, but it is excellent. Again, it's going to help with diabetes, with cancer, with lowering cholesterol levels, with preventing Alzheimer's, skin, psoriasis especially, depression, GI issues, arthritis. And it does interact. You have to be careful if you're taking Pepsid, any kind of, not any kind, but what in my research is Plavix is how am I getting tongue-tied on Plavix for half of my patients are on it? It's an anticoagulant. It stops you from clotting. It stops you from having strokes. A lot of my patients have heart failure, so they're on it so they don't clot, or they have peripheral vascular disease. So that, if you're on Plavix, if you're on Tagamet, which is a GI, if you have like heartburn, or if you're on Pepsid, you have to watch it because it could alter how your body digest, not how your body metabolizes the medication. You may not get the full effect. So be careful with that. Okay, I left the recipe for the turmeric paste. Now this is how I do it you follow the recipe, but then you're gonna, because I make so much, you see how much I make? You don't have to use a big jar like this. So I made a little recipe. It's gonna be a small amount, so you can use a smaller mason jar. Because you want, even an old spaghetti jar, you just want a glass jar though, because that will keep it longer. It lasts for up to 2 weeks. You can put it in your food, like your rice. When I have a rice cooker, so if I'm making rice, when I'm making quinoa, when I'm making soups, I put it in there. All of those recipes. I use turmeric as part of my, look at that. Michelle just said what I just said. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle uses turmeric as part of her anti-inflammatory regimen. You see, I'm telling you, my husband was hopping around. He couldn't make it to the train station. I said, we can't have this. I can't, arthritis, we're too young for this. He started taking this. How, Alicia? He started taking this. My husband ain't hopped since. I mean, after about a week, he was like, he will get a jar this big and take a teaspoonful or two. I think he'd take more. And he drink it like it's Kool-Aid, because it proved that it really helps him. So he's like, you don't have to have water taken off his knee no more. It was taking water off my husband's knee like every 2 weeks. I was like, no, we're not doing this. So it really helps. I know for a fact it helps with depression. I know for a fact it helps with arthritis. But those are the two areas that has helped me and my husband. So, and it studies for all of these other ones: diabetes, cancer, low cholesterol, preventing Alzheimer's, skin, depression, GI, and arthritis. And just remember, if you're on Plavix, Pepsid, or Tagamet, be careful with that. I hope now I'm going to tell you how I do it. You see, I'm used to doing it. I just get a saucepan. I just dump something in there. The amount, I know the other day I had a little, and I have so much in here, but I had a little in one container. And I just dumped it in there, and I kind of meet the water to it. Then you have to use ground pepper, because the pepperin in the ground pepper is what activates the turmeric in your body. So that's so important. You just can't use plain old. They suggested you don't just use plain regular pepper. Michelle, do you use regular pepper? Because I know what I use. I would like to get her suggestion if she's still here. But you just scoot a little. I think it's the pepper. Okay, she said yes. The pepper, I think it's a teaspoon and a half. You see how much you need? I just go ahead and do it, but I've been making it so long. You're gonna put your cinnamon and your ginger and your coconut oil. Please don't put too much coconut oil, but then it like layers at the top, which is I did that one time. I was like, oh my god, I didn't throw the batch away because coconut oil is healthy too. That's a whole nother later on a lie. You can do so much with coconut oil, but in that you just want to use a third of a teaspoon. I think I use a little more, but then again, you see how much I like use a lot. I make a lot. I made this yesterday. It'll be gone by the end of the weekend. No, maybe by Wednesday, not the end of the weekend. But thank y'all so much for being here. And if you know anyone living with a chronic diagnosis, or you want to join my group, it's right here. Women in the description. Women living victoriously with the chronic diagnosis. That's my group. I teach. I support. And other women support each other. Michelle is a part of the group. Michelle has a book out, and you can follow her as well. And she has a group on lupus. Really great information. She was on my show a couple of weeks ago. Right. She said she has a grinder. Now, see, I don't have a grinder, Michelle, but I buy it in the grinder. Maybe I'm a little bit more lazy than you. I don't know. I'm not lazy, but I just see it in the grinder, so I just boil it like that. But I may try that. That's probably even better. But please try it. It's very helpful. Please join the group or share it with someone else. They will be blessed. There's a lot of support there. It's private. They can talk about whatever they need to talk about. And I have a show every Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Right here on this, inbox me if you have a story of inspiration about living with the chronic diagnoses and you could inspire someone else. My show is all about inspiration. I live with, if you don't know me, my name is Loretta Gaston. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a person that has also lived with 2 chronic diagnoses, AIDS for over 25 years, COPD for about 8. I was diagnosed, maybe a little more than 8. I was exposed to, I worked in the World Trade Center area, and that kind of did something to my lungs or whatever. I don't even claim that, but I do cough a little. But anyway, so I know what it is to live with something that your body is not acting the way you want it to. And I know what it takes to pull from within you and from your community and get your skills and your tools and your tips to keep moving and living a vibrant life. So please join me in the group, join me on the show. Please, if you have a story, come on the show one Thursday and inbox me and I will share the link to you can schedule to be on the show. I love to hear stories. Michelle had a great story about lupus. It really blessed people. And another friend of mine is coming on this week to talk about depression after she lost her daughter and how she had to deal with it. And many of us know the dance with depression. I don't think nobody listening to me hasn't been depressed. And we need tools on how, when we dip back in there, how to come on back up. Because this is life. Whether you have a chronic diagnosis or not, you're going to feel some sadness, you're going to have loss, you're going to have unexpected thank you. You're going to have things that come up against you. And you're going to have to pull into your treasure chest, what I call a toolbox, and you learn, you get that toolbox from listening to people like my guests, like myself, like Michelle, like Andrea, like Contessa. She was on I think she was on last week. She was talking about fibromyalgia and the hell that she lives through. And she is always teaching, always giving a yoga class. In pain. That's what you need to hear. Ain't nobody sitting down. We do rest. Hi, Vivian. Thank you so much for joining, Vivian Campbell. Thank you. Please share this out. Thank you for watching. Everybody's watching the replay. You got to listen to these women. You have to come on my show. Even if you don't come to the group, I want you to do both. I want you to join the group, and I want you to come on the show and listen to these powerful women. Because even if you don't have a chronic diagnosis, they have something to share with you, and you can share it with somebody that you love. Again, I'm going to share my book. This is my book, Living Victoriously. This is my walk with the virus. I was diagnosed in 1993 with HIV. A couple of weeks later with AIDS. And this is my story. This is my journey, and this is what I teach my clients. This book is really my teaching tool. It's about how to deal with your mindset after you're diagnosed, about how to find a doctor, how to talk to the people in your your support system, how to build a support system of people that's going to support you and being who you are in this new life. Because after you're diagnosed, things shift. You shift. Your self-image shifts. It doesn't have to be for the bad, but sometimes for a few minutes it is. Sometimes it's some dark places, and you need support in that. And so this book, my book, shows you how to get all of that stuff together. And then have your toolbox. I have a treasure chest in the back of all the things that bless me, which is the Bible, Louise, You Can Heal Your Life, which is right here. These are books that has really blessed me. It's continued to EFT tapping. I use that to get through my depression. Florence Shin, Your Word is Your Wine. What we speak to ourselves, what we say, because I could have easily said, because I share with you, like I've shared many times. When I was diagnosed, I worked in the AIDS unit in 1993. You know how dark that was? You know how I was wrapping people's bodies 3 or 4 times a day. People were not living. So I could have bought into that was going to be me, but I had to make a choice, a conscious decision. No, that ain't my journey. I'm not going there. So it's good to read these things. Louise Hay, Florence Shin, about what we tell ourselves. I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm vibrant. Every day I'm getting better and better. Now you don't even have to feel that way, but what we tell our mind, we manifest. I believe that about everything in our lives. So, and another tool is the work by Byron Katie and the 4 Agreements. I read the 4 Agreements every New Year. I just read it a couple of weeks, when New Year started, by Don Ruiz Jr. He's really good. Great book. Great book. Great tool. Anyway, I kind of went on, and I do have to get out here for work. I'm a visiting nurse, and I talk all day and inspire people. God has blessed me with a good life. I don't always want to work. I'm not going to lie, but sometimes I get on here and say, I don't want to go to work. I just want to do my business. But you know what? I'm blessed and highly favored. I share that I have come from drug addiction to being a registered nurse. From shooting drugs in my arm, heroin in my arm, to giving people insulin and giving them needles. And then I went from unhealthy to healthy, from hurting myself to helping other people and helping myself. Anyway, that's my story. That's my inspiration, the turmeric. Please try it. Be blessed. Be good to yourself. Eat well today. Take care of your body. And I hope to see you back on Friday. And I hope you join my group. Blessings.